Ellen, Ann, love you, and thank you for ministering to me. Now, for those of you who don't know me, let me, before we get too far into this thing, let me explain something, all right? You got culture, and you got something different now, okay? I know you're thinking French horn. You're not going to get it from here on out. Let me just explain something, okay? Now, I'm from Georgia, and I've got a lot of friends in this room, and when I was talking with Ellen the other day, listen, we you know, and I'm really trying to see just a very somber, a very reverent, very respectful, and Ellen says, no, Danny, we want you to tell redneck jokes. We want you to read an email from Mama. And y'all don't know, I don't half think about what I say. And so for you to offer that, I was in this pulpit and was asked to do a wedding for a young couple in this church. And they said the same thing. And they said, we'd love for you to start our service off with a redneck joke. And I said, well, all right. And I found the top 10 reasons why you know you're a redneck wedding. And I didn't half read this thing, and I'm actually in the pulpit, and I got halfway through number 10 before I realized what I was saying. Now, bear in mind, you know, there are some very respectable people there too. And I read number 10, and it said this, no joke. The number 10 reason you know you're at a redneck wedding is when you have the rehearsal dinner at a Hooters restaurant. And it was out there, and I couldn't get it back. And so in order to cover up my mistake, my first thought, the first thing that came to my mind is, since we don't have a Hooters restaurant, we all went to Tulare last night. That's kind of how we did it. Lord forbid. But you know, to me, Ann, if you wanted John to read 40 more of those things, Ellen, if you wanted a redneck joke, we'd tell 2 of them. To me, it's just a day just to celebrate him and to honor him and to respect your wishes as a family. So I got a joke for you from Mama, okay? A very old man was lying in his bed, and he was dying. In death's doorway, he suddenly smelled cookies. The aroma of his favorite chocolate chip cookies coming up the stairs. So he gathered his remaining strength. He lifted himself from the bed. Leaning against the wall, he slowly made his way out of the bedroom. And even with greater effort, forced himself down the stairs, gripping the railing with both hands. Can you see it? Can you picture the story? With labored breath, he leaned against the doorframe, gazing into the kitchen. Were it not for death's agony, he would have thought himself already in heaven. There, spread out on the kitchen table, were literally hundreds of his favorite chocolate chip cookies. Was it heaven? Or was it one final act of heroic love from his devoted wife? Seeing to it that he left this world a happy man. Mustering one great final effort, he threw himself toward the table, and the aged and withered hand, shaking, made its way to a cookie at the edge of the table when suddenly he was smacked with a spatula by his wife. Stay out of those, she said. They're for the funeral.